Incorrectly introduced him as a psychologist. He is an expert on the psychology of fast foods. Please welcome a marketing specialist, Tom Feltenstein.
Tom, how are you? Have a seat, sir.
I appreciate you being here during the holidays, away from your family. It must be rough.
Yes. I was going to bring him with me, but Christmas, super.
Let me, the way I got interested in this topic, a friend of mine explained once that there are certain ways to keep the turnover in a restaurant moving. Make the seats harder, make the temperature lower, the kind of music you play on the system and so forth. Is that part of fast food psychology?
Well, it depends on what type of restaurant chain you're dealing with at that time. It's particularly for those that, if they have only 3 seats, and the temperature is very warm, then we want to get the people out very, very fast, because moving them in and moving them out is the key.
Yeah.
Fast service, we're really not in the fast food business, we're in the fast service business.
Mm-hmm. And people generally associate fast food restaurants with low quality food. Is that a fair comparison?
No. That has been a perception over many, many years. I think many of the giants in the industry have been spending hundreds of millions of dollars to try to waylay that specific thought process. Mm-hmm. And I think the mere fact that some of the leaders in their advertising talk about 100% pure beef patties, mm-hmm. and with the predominance of those heavy dollars being spent, I think the perception now is that the quality of the food that you get when you go there is good. It doesn't compare with those $20 dinners, but on a comparative basis, when you're eating out in a fast food restaurant, it's pretty significant.
Has the emphasis, whenever I talk about fast foods, I automatically think of one place, but there's a whole lot of them. It's chicken, it's pizza, it's hamburgers. Yeah. There's a whole group of them. The initial appeal was, you get in the station wagon with 8 sweaty kids, you drive over, and in 5 minutes you got burgers and fries all over the car. Yeah. But now it's like a place to go and spend a vacation. You could honeymoon at one of these places. Why has there been the shift in the emphasis?
I think one of the real great things that's happened with the giant in the industry, they've started to add what they call parks right at the facility.
Little recreation parks.
Little recreational areas. And because the kids are such a significant influence of who goes to a restaurant, why you go, they're the ones that grab the mommies and daddies and say, hey, let's go down to the corner fast food place. And the ones that have done the little extra things in appealing to the kids, the high chair that has the little toy, that has the cellophane over to show the cleanliness of it, all those little extra, I call them tchotchkes, those other little goodies.
Give me that statistic about how much influence a kid will have as to where the family eats once the decision has been made to eat out.
Once the decision's been made to eat out by the parents, the kids, in a number of studies, have shown that it could be as high as 80%. It used to be the kids would make the decision to eat out and where to go. Mm-hmm. Now the parents make the decision to eat out because of the inflationary times, but the kids still are very predominant on where you're going to go.
That's amazing. If my father came home and announced that we were eating out, and I said, great, let's go, I'd be eating in the garage. It's very interesting now, and that's the whole leverage for the marketing of these places.
Or are you all set up with hamburgers and fries out there too?
Oh yeah, we had delicious meals in the garage.
That could be simple. Well, you save on the gas and it's right there.
That's right. It could be a whole new chain. Let's jot some of these ideas down, Tom. Anyway.
I hope things pick up for you.
It used to be that the other appeal to these places was, for like 18 cents you could get yourself a burger. Wink, wink. We didn't know exactly what was in there, but now they're pretty much they're not so cheap anymore, are they?
As compared to what?
As compared to eating, say, in a regular restaurant. Say we go to a fast food burger place and order a burger and fries and a malt, it's going to be closer to a more like a coffee shop burger than it used to be in price.
It has grown closer together. Yeah. There is still a significant segment that you can go to a fast food restaurant and feed a family of 4 anywhere from $5, $6, $7. Mm-hmm. Okay? You go to that same type of place where, without mentioning names, but to the full service type, you're going to be spending a lot more dollars going there. So you're quick in and out, the ability to be able to prepare it very swiftly. One of the other things that has been just incredible the last couple of years has been with the drive-through restaurants that they've added on. A drive-through is worth an incremental piece of business of anywhere between 12 and 13%, because people don't want to go inside.
They just don't have the patience to bother with it, do they?
Exactly. And you know, and mom in her curlers and dad rushing home from work wants to get home, wants to get right out, get the burgers, the fries, the chicken, whatever it is, and so they don't want to go in and have the hassle.
Give me the statistic about the waiting time. How long a person is willing to wait in line before they lose interest?
Well, there's two ways. In the drive-through restaurant, always the goals with many of the major corporations, every minute you want to turn a new customer out of the drive-through. Another interesting fact, and I'll get back to the second part of the question, is that out of the 40% of a restaurant's business, generally speaking, comes through the drive-through.
40%?
40% of the total sales of that restaurant. Now that's good and bad, because you don't have a chance to do any more sales to them if you don't get them in the restaurant. If you get them in there, there's a lot more ambience that you can play on, because this whole ambience picture is so significant, particularly when you evaluate what a consumer's perception is of the quality of the hamburger.
Right, but then again, they want to make it attractive for you to come in, but they don't want you lingering, so they make the seats hard. So you'll be lured in, you'll eat, but you're not going to talk over old times over a third cup of coffee. You got to go.
But while you're there, you'll get premiums for the kids. There'll be a lot of other really neat things that'll happen for you.
Balloons,
in there. Balloons, bubbles.
This is a very fascinating area, and it's infiltrating everyone's life. Tom Feltenstein, ladies and gentlemen. Santa Claus will be joining us right after this. I'd like you to come back.